There's a story that's been whispered about for centuries, a legend of $3 billion in Aztec gold, whisked away from Spanish conquistadors and buried somewhere in the American Southwest. The tale goes that when Hernán Cortés tore through Mexico in the 1500s, Aztec survivors grabbed their emperor's fortune and fled north, looking for a safe place to hide it. For most people, that's all it is. A good story, a myth. But that might be about to change. On a remote 160-acre patch of land in Utah's Uinta Basin called Blind Frog Ranch, a team of explorers is convinced they're about to find that very treasure. They're not just up against a harsh landscape, they're dealing with a place that locals say is cursed, a place that seems to push back with paranormal activity and strange, unexplained dangers. The team claims they found everything from ancient symbols to underground tunnels that all point to one incredible possibility. So, what's the real story here? Is this ranch the final resting place of Montezuma's treasure? Or is it just a deadly mirage for anyone bold enough to look? The legend of Montezuma's treasure is one of the greatest of all time. As the story goes, when the Aztec Empire was falling, loyalists hauled a massive hoard of gold far north to keep it from the Spanish. For hundreds of years, rumors have placed that treasure somewhere in the rugged, lonely landscapes of Utah, with local folklore spinning yarns about hidden tunnels and supernatural guardians. But here's the thing, mainstream historians and archaeologists don't buy it at all. There's no credible, peer-reviewed evidence that the Aztecs ever traveled this far north, much less dragged a fortune in gold with them. As exciting as the stories are, they're widely considered to be myths, and that's what makes Blind Frog Ranch so interesting. The owner, a guy from Texas named Dwayne Ollinger, heard these legends and decided to go all in. He and his son Chad didn't buy the ranch for the scenery. They bought it for what they believe is hidden underneath, a network of caverns that could finally prove the legend is real. So are they chasing a ghost story? Or are they about to uncover a piece of history that experts have overlooked for 500 years? The whole operation at Blind Frog Ranch is banking on a system of underground caverns. The team is convinced these aren't natural. They say their ground-penetrating radar and drilling tests show a web of connected tunnels and rooms, including what they call a keyhole-shaped chamber they think is the main vault. But the land isn't giving up its secrets without a fight. Right away, the team hit a wall. The cavern system is almost completely flooded. When they first drilled into it, they unleashed so much water that it created the ponds you can now see on the ranch. To make matters worse, that water has swift currents that are much like riptides, making it very sketchy and difficult for divers. On top of all that, the ground is dangerously unstable, and the team has reported cave-ins that threaten to bury the whole project for good. They've thrown everything they have at the problem, from huge industrial pumps to professional divers braving the murky, swift water. In one dive, Chad Ollinger swam into an underwater passage, hoping it would lead to the main chamber. It's a constant, expensive battle against the elements. It makes you wonder, are these caverns really a man-made treasure vault or just a dangerous geological feature that has been swallowing up dreams for centuries? If you're hunting for Aztec gold, you need some kind of map. The team at Blind Frog Ranch believes the clues are written into the land itself. They've been meticulously scanning the 160-acre property for anything out of the ordinary, and they claim they've found plenty. They've reported finding what they interpret as Aztec stone markers, like rock formations shaped like a bear or a turtle, which they believe are ancient signs pointing the way. They also claim to have pulled a chiseled tablet from a deep cave and found signs of an archaic armory. Maybe the most intriguing discoveries, at least according to the show, are the artifacts. During a dig, they supposedly uncovered ancient-looking ceremonial beads. The show presents lab results suggesting they could be tied to pre-colonial sacrificial rites, hinting at a dark history. But it's important to remember that none of these artifacts or markers have been authenticated as Aztec by any independent archaeologists. All of these interpretations come from the show's team. So, are these real clues leading to a $3 billion jackpot, or just random objects being spun into a great story? Treasure hunting is tough enough, but at Blind Frog Ranch, the team claims they're fighting something they can't even see. This is where the story gets really weird, diving into the paranormal and even conspiratorial. They constantly report strange events that are hard to explain. There are claims of odd, localized tremors, weird energy fields that kill batteries and mess with their equipment, and even sightings of what they call ghostly guardians of the treasure. These stories are, of course, purely anecdotal, but they're a huge part of the ranch's mystique. Then there's the human element. The team says they've caught mysterious trespassers on their security cameras and have spotted unidentified drones flying overhead. Things got even more intense recently with the supposed discovery of secret government surveillance gear and a deadly radioactive discovery of uranium that shut down their work. The team seems to think this proves powerful people are after the treasure. Naturally, just like the ghost stories, there's no outside proof for any of this. It's all part of the show's narrative, leaving us to guess. Is the ranch actually cursed and being watched? Or is this just high-stakes reality TV drama? After years of digging, millions of dollars spent, and several seasons on the Discovery Channel, we have to ask the big question. Have they found any gold? The answer for now is yes, but very little and likely not Aztec gold. As of today, there has been no credible, independently verified discovery of Aztec gold at Blind Frog Ranch. That $3 billion number is still pure speculation. What is real is the ranch itself, a 160-acre property in Utah owned by Dwayne Ollinger, who really has poured his life savings into this hunt. The legend of lost treasure in the region is also real. The show, Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, follows this quest, and its most recent season, which kicked off in June 2025, promised astounding new findings that would bring the team closer than ever. But critics argue the show is built for entertainment. They point out the lack of any real historical evidence of Aztecs in Utah and suggest that the clues and dangers are framed for maximum suspense. The story of Blind Frog Ranch lives in that blurry space between a real-life quest and a well-produced TV show designed to keep us watching. The hunt at Blind Frog Ranch is still going, and the line between skeptic and believer is drawn in the sand. What do you think is happening in those caves? Are they on the verge of finding a $3 billion Aztec fortune, or are they on the most epic wild goose chase of our time? Drop your theory in the comments below. And if you love a good mystery, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation. Dwayne Ollinger and his team are still out there drilling, diving, and betting it all on a story that's hundreds of years old. They truly believe they're just one discovery away from rewriting the history books and uncovering a legendary fortune. But the question mark hanging over Blind Frog Ranch is as big as ever. Are they digging for a $3 billion truth buried under the Utah desert? Or are they just the latest cast of characters in a captivating story that has lured explorers for generations? For now, the secrets of Blind Frog Ranch, whether they're gold or just folklore, remain buried.